안녕하세요 여러분, 아라쌤입니다. Hello everyone, I'm Arah from Korean Arah. Today's lesson is about 르 불규칙 활용. 르 불규칙 활용. Irregular conjugations with 르. In this lesson, you will learn conjugations with 르 irregular adjectives and verbs. First, let me tell you what kind of verbs and adjectives are irregular ones. 르 불규칙 동사와 형용사. Irregular verbs and adjectives with 르. When the verb or adjective stem ends with 르, these verbs and adjectives are considered as irregular ones. Here are some examples. 다르다, 빠르다, 모르다, 자르다. You can divide them into stem part and ending part. As you can see, all the stems here end in 르. When you attach some endings to these kind of stems, sometimes the stems change. Sometimes stems do not change depending on the type of endings, which means these verbs and adjectives are not consistent in conjugations. This is why these kind of verbs and adjectives are considered as irregular ones. If so, what kind of endings make stem change or not? Let me show you the answer. 규칙 활용, regular conjugation. When the verb or adjective stem with 르 meets the ending starting with not 아 or 어. The stem does not change. For example, 빠르다, to be fast. When 빠르다 meets the ending 고, it becomes 빠르고. And 빠르다 plus 으면 becomes 빠르면. 빠르다 plus 습니다 becomes 빠릅니다. Since the endings here are not starting with 아 or 어, so all the stems stay the same. 불규칙 활용, irregular conjugation. When the verb or adjective stem with 르 meets the ending starting with 아 or 어. 으 in 르 is dropped and the consonant 리을 is inserted. Here are some examples. 빠르다, to be fast. When 빠르다 meets the ending 아요, which is starting with the vowel 아. In this case, 으 from 르 is dropped and the consonant 리을 is inserted. So 빠르다 becomes 빨라요. And next, 빠르다 meets the ending 앗어요, which starts with 아. So 으 is dropped and 리을 is inserted. It becomes 빨랐어요. And 빠르다 meets the ending 아서, which starting with 아. 으 is dropped and 리을 is inserted. It becomes 빨라서. Alright? And next, I'll tell you when to use the ending 아 or 어 for irregular conjugation. 르 불규칙 활용과 어미 아 or 어. 르 irregular conjugations with ending 아 or 어. As I said earlier, when the verb or adjective stems with 르 meets the ending starting with 아 or 어, 으 is dropped and 리을 is inserted. Then, do you know when to use 아 or 어 in the ending? Here's the answer. The vowel before 르 is 아 or 오. The ending starting with 아 should come. For example, 다르다, to be different. 모르다, to not know. In 다르다, the vowel before 르 is 아. And 모르다, the vowel before 르 is 오. So they meet the endings like 아요 or 아서, like starting with the vowel 아. So 다르다 becomes 달라요. And 모르다 becomes 몰라서. And the vowel before 르 is not 아 or 오 and other vowels. The ending starting with should come. For example, 누르다 to press, 흐르다 to flow. In 누르다, the vowel before 르 is 우. And 흐르다, the vowel before 르 is 으. So they meet the endings like 어요 or 어서, like that. So 누르다 becomes 눌러요. And 흐르다 becomes 흘러서, right? And to summarize, number 1, 르 irregular verbs and adjectives. The verb or adjective stem with 르 meets the ending starting with the vowel 아 or 어. 으 in 르 is dropped and 리을 is inserted. And the verb or adjective stem with 르 meets the ending starting with not 아 or 어. Stem does not change. Number 2, when to use the ending 아 or 어. The vowel before 르 is 아 or 오. The ending starting with 아 should come. And the vowel before 르 is not 아 or 오. The ending starting with 어 should come. Next, I'll show you frequently used 르 irregular verbs and adjectives. Here is a table. 자주 쓰는 동사와 형용사. Frequently used verbs and adjectives. On the left side, there are the basic forms of the verb and adjectives. And the first row on the top here, there are various endings. Since there are a lot of words, I will read out only some of conjugated forms. Let me start. 고르다, 골라요. 모르다, 몰랐어요. 부르다, 불러서. 빠르다, 빠르고. 서두르다, 서두르면. 자르다, 자릅니다. Let's practice. I'll give you 4 dialogues. Each dialogue has a 르 irregular verb or adjective. So you have to conjugate it with the following endings. Ready? 저 머리 잘랐는데 어때요? 예뻐요. 머리 자르니까 더 어려 보여요. 저 머리 잘랐는데 어때요? 예뻐요. 머리 자르니까 더 어려 보여요. 내가 왜 화났는지 진짜 몰라? 네가 말을 안 하니까 당연히 모르지. 내가 왜 화났는지 진짜 몰라? 네가 말을 안 하니까 당연히 모르지. 아라 씨 생일이니까 여기서 아무거나 고르세요. 진짜요? 제일 비싼 거 골라도 돼요? 아라 씨 생일이니까 여기서 아무거나 고르세요. 진짜요? 제일 비싼 거 골라도 돼요? 한국 식당에서는 직원을 어떻게 불러요? 탁자에 있는 벨을 누르면 돼요. 벨이 없으면 저기요 하고 부르세요. 한국 식당에서는 직원을 어떻게 불러요? 탁자에 있는 벨을 누르면 돼요. 벨이 없으면 저기요 하고 부르세요. 오늘의 질문, today's question. 이 단어들의 활용형이 뭐예요? What are the conjugated forms of these words? 1번, 고르다 plus 고. 2번, 다르다 plus 아서 or 어서. 3번, 빠르다 plus 앗어요 or 엇어요. 4번, 서두르다 plus 으세요. Please write your answers in the comments below. 그럼 공부 열심히 하세요. Please study hard. 우리 다음 시간에 봐요. See you next time. 안녕히 계세요.